Awesome. Well, Wes, thanks for joining me on this very chilly evening. If you feel so, if you want to introduce yourself and kind of who you are, and
Sure. Um, I'm Wesley Williams. Oh, I'm Wesley Williams, and I've been a resident here for over a year now.
hmm
So
yeah. And Wes, where are you originally from?
I'm from Washington D.C. area.
hmm
My family they're located in Warrington area right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And Wes, I know we've gotten to hear a lot more of your story here recently. A week or two ago, actually, you shared a lot of your story. And you made not only that, you were really vulnerable in that, but you made breakfast for everybody, which I just got to say, I mean, the fact that you were so vulnerable and you shared your story in such a way, and then you shared that, which is a gift in and of itself, but then you gifted everybody an incredible meal. So share, if you feel so comfortable, share a little bit about that, why you did that.
okay,
Just share as
so
much as you're comfortable with.
well, I mentioned that when I first got here, it was very difficult for me.
Hmm.
I It was a tough transition, I would say. Battling the things that I had inside of me. I had to give God time to
Hmm.
work on the things that I needed to be worked on, and being able to look back over the last year and say, to see the progress I made was really, amazing to me. And I'm never a big speaker, but
Hmm.
I feel like I should be able to tell my story a little
Hmm.
bit at this point. And food is a way I express myself as well. So that was all part of me being able to tell my story. I helped my family when I was younger in the kitchen,
Hmm.
my grandfather, my grandmother. So that was a
Hmm.
big deal for me. My grandfather was a chef before me, so that's what inspired me
Wow.
to become a chef. So
Hmm.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. I have to share a book with you. It's called Food and Faith, and it
Okay.
talks about how spiritual,
Food.
food can be,
Yes.
and
Yes.
preparing food. And
Yes.
there's a part in the book that talks about how cooking and baking is almost, or can be, like a form of worship,
It
because you are
is.
so immersed in it, and there's so much manual labor and thought and intention that goes into it. And I mean, yeah, and then in sharing it too, we talk a lot about sharing food with intention,
Right.
and with dignity and with honor. And I feel like that faith component comes into it, because when you look at Jesus's ministry, so much of it was shared
With food.
with food.
It
You were
was
breaking bread,
definitely.
and you were sitting with
Yes.
others, and having conversation. And I think that's really, to me, both personally and professionally, that's really important, because I think about some of the most difficult conversations that I've had in my life,
Definitely.
and they happen at the kitchen table, and they
Truly.
happen in coffee shops, and the joyous moments, right? um, they happen around food, and in celebration in that. What are some of, like, your favorite things to make, to cook in the kitchen?
um, I'm a big seafood guy, so
Ah,
I
okay.
was raised. My family's from Virginia Beach area, so they
Mm,
are surrounded by water.
yeah.
So we are big on seafood. Um, I started my career in an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
It's also with a seafood restaurant, but it was a very nice, prestigious restaurant. Food and conversation, like you said, is a
Mm,
big. They go pair. They pair very well together. I think
mhm,
that throughout my career, I know remember sitting at the dinner table and preparing a meal, having the family
mm,
come over, sit down, and we do talk about those things that
mhm,
sometimes are difficult, but we also have times that we remember and enjoy.
mhm.
It's a bit of everything mixed into one, and I think with me being able to express myself through food is the way that I speak because I don't talk a lot. So
Mhm.
if you see me around, I don't really speak, but that is a way that I'm allowed to express myself. So
Mm.
definitely.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's such a gift. We were talking I was talking with a handful of others, about gifts and callings and things like that. And I just think your ability um, to use food to work with food in such a way that ultimately brings people like joy
Definitely.
is such a gift.
It is. And it
And
makes me happy to see other people enjoying what I made. So
hmm
it's a
yeah,
win-win for both of us, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I love that you're a part of that. And you were somewhat recently recertified in Serve Safe,
Yes,
right?
yes. That was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
I had mine, like I said, when I came here. Um, Once I got here, maybe 2 months after I got here, it expired. So
Mm,
with me having a manager's one, there's two
mm-hmm,
different ones. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to regain the management
mm-hmm,
one, and you guys offer that program here. So
mm-hmm,
that was something I was really concerned about. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay for it. I know
mm-hmm,
my time is running out,
mm-hmm.
and I turn around and you guys offer it, and you guys also pay for it for us.
Yeah,
So that was a very big blessing for me,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. And I know, like, I mean, I know of our program here, but talk a little bit about like what Serve Safe really is. Like, why is it important for you to have
Well,
professionally?
definitely, in a professional kitchen, you want to have someone that knows the safety rules, know how to handle chemicals, different type of chemicals, know how to store food properly. You learn how to take temperatures,
Hmm.
the proper temperatures for certain foods. There's different temperatures for poultry, for beef, for fish,
Mm,
things of that nature. How long you can let something sit out
mm-hmm,
without it being in the refrigerator. Things of that is all controlled by the FDA, and they want to make sure that you have someone in the kitchen in a restaurant setting that has that knowledge, so
mm-hmm,
that they can make sure everyone else is doing
mm-hmm,
according to what the rules are of the state. And that's a big deal because you could get people sick. So you want to
mm,
make sure that you have someone that's knowledgeable of that, and to have people coming into our facility like we do
mm-hmm,
constantly, from outside
mm-hmm,
eating with us. We want to make sure that they're safe too as well. So we
mm-hmm,
just it's a safety precaution. I think
mm-hmm.
is probably the best way to describe
Yeah.
it, but it's also necessary. So it's a
Mm,
necessary safety precaution that we
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely,
I love that. I love that. Well, Wes, thanks so much for
no
sharing
problem,
your story.
no problem.
I absolutely have loved getting to know you, and getting to learn from you, and being blessed by, your gift in the kitchen.
I
And I know
appreciate it.
so many of the staff feel the same way. And our residents as well, and so many members of our community. So I thank you.
No problem.
I love you. I'm proud of you, and I'm absolutely blessed to know you.
I
So
appreciate
I
that. I'm
appreciate
blessed to
Wes.
be here.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was definitely something that I I'm so grateful and glad that I did it. I wasn't sure where I would be at
Mm,
today, but I'm here and I'm blessed and I'm thankful. So thank you,
yeah, I
thank
appreciate
you.
it, and I'll make sure to get that food and faith book to you because that's been a big part of my journey. Awesome, Wes. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you so much.